Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. I'm Felina from Beauty Head to Toe, and for today's video is going to be a foundation review. I'm super excited to do this review for you guys because initially I wanted to try another foundation out, but then I saw that this brand came out with this foundation and I couldn't wait to get my hands on it, especially because I've never tried anything from this brand before. So I was super excited to actually try this foundation out, and I'm quite glad I actually did. So one last thing before we get into the review, it's been a hot minute since the last time I was able to sit down and do a video for you guys. I'm so sorry that I haven't actually put up a video over the last couple of weeks because I've been so busy, and it's been really hard for me to sit down, take the time to sit down, edit the video. And I also have had some issues with my computer. I'm also in the middle of construction in my house. We're actually renovating and it's been very noisy, so I couldn't film this video during the day, and I was actually quite busy, so I wore this foundation all day through meetings and everything else. And then I got home and it was quite late, but I decided to sit down, film this video for you guys. So I'm really glad that I got to do that because I'm happy to sit down and chit chat with you guys. So I'm gonna stop rambling before this video is 2 hours long. So let's go ahead and get into the review. Okay guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with the review. The foundation that I'm going to be reviewing for you guys today is this foundation right here. This is the new La Mer foundation. This is the box. It's just a white box and the La Mer logo right there. And this is the bottle. It's a glass bottle, a silver top, and it comes with a pump, which is great. And of course expected, since this is a high price tag foundation, so you would expect to at least come with a pump. I really like the foundation. I'm in the shade Sand 23. It contains 1 ounce product in here, and this is their soft fluid long wear foundation. Longevity of the foundation, I have been using this foundation today for I think approximately 9 hours, and I think it wears out very well. I didn't use any primer underneath the foundation. I actually just slapped the foundation on and I was out the door. I didn't put a lot of concealer on. It's starting to wear off around these areas on my face. I have some blemishes showing through here and on my forehead. I didn't block my face today. I didn't have to powder it, and normally I'm a little bit oily on my T-zone, my nose, my chin, but it wore pretty well, in my opinion. I think, well, actually the weather, it's starting to get a little bit cold as well, so it's not that you're sweating a lot, so I suppose that helps. But mostly I always have to blot or powder my T-zone, and I did not do that with this foundation today, so that was a plus for me. It didn't emphasize any dry patches that I have, and I have a little bit of dryness here on my blemishes that were scaling off, and they're dry now, but I still have a little bit of dry patches there. It didn't cling to it, so that was a plus for me as well. I actually didn't insert a demo of this foundation because I want to feature this foundation on my next tutorial, and I will go through application and I will talk to you guys a little bit more about this foundation then. Right now I wanted to cover a couple of topics of the foundation. So if you're thinking about purchasing a foundation, a high-end foundation, then maybe this will give you good options and maybe not, so at least you will have a little bit to grab onto. My shade, like I said, is 23 Sand, and I was quite surprised because Sand in most foundation brands, for the foundation brands that do the shade Sand, is a more darker shade than my skin tone, so mostly I wouldn't, that's not exactly the shade I would go for. But when I was looking at the color chart from the La Mer foundation, I thought Sand was going to be the shade that it would match my skin tone, and I have to say the shade was pretty perfect. So I was really happy with the shade, and it stayed perfect throughout the day, so I was really happy with that. And the finish of this foundation, I'd say it's a light to medium coverage, and it's a more matte finish once you apply it, but it doesn't make your face look flat. It's not a matte, totally matte, it's a matte, but it still gives you that natural finish, and it makes your skin look really beautiful, I have to say. I really like how the foundation set on the skin. I didn't use a primer with this foundation today because on my next tutorial I will be telling you guys about this foundation and about testing it with a primer. Today was my first time wearing this foundation out, so I put the foundation on and I didn't want to use it with a primer. I wanted to see how the foundation was going to wear out on its own. I will be trying this out with a few different primers, and I will let you guys know which primer it goes best with this foundation or none, so we will see. And as far as foundation application, I actually applied this foundation half of my face with Beauty Blender. As you guys can see, my Beauty Blender is dirty. I applied with the Beauty Blender, and the other half I applied with this foundation brush here. This is the Morphe M439, and this is more of a buffing brush. So with the Beauty Blender I would get more coverage out of the Beauty Blender than normally with this foundation brush. It always gives me good coverage, but I actually found that this foundation, because it's a liquid foundation, it kind of buffed a little bit away, and I didn't get as much coverage as I did with bouncing the Beauty Blender against the skin. So I think the Beauty Blender gives me more coverage, but you could also try it with a stippling brush, and I will apply this foundation in different ways, and I will let you guys know what's my favorite way to apply. So far it was with a Beauty Blender, but I will let you guys know further. And longevity of the foundation so far without a primer. I've been wearing this foundation for 9 hours. You guys can see what it looks like. It's starting to wear off, but I think it held up pretty well. So yeah, I'm kind of happy with the foundation itself. So I hope that with a primer it's gonna hold on even better. Maybe then some blemishes won't show through. So we will see. I will let you guys know on that as well. That's why normally I rather do a test on the foundation first before I actually give you guys my review. But I really wanted to sit down and film this video for you guys. I was super excited about this foundation. The one thing that sometimes it's a little disappointing on high-end foundation is the fact that they don't make enough shades that will suit every skin tone across the board. Half of the time it's somewhere in between, and I find that that's a pity, but it contains 8 shades, so it would suit a variety of people anyway. So you guys can always take a look on the website. I'm not sure if everywhere is the same amount of shades, or if it's limited, or somewhere they have more, or maybe they will come up with more shades in the future. Maybe it's just now they launched first with 8 shades, and they may come up with new shades as far as if the foundation progresses to be a very popular foundation. Sometimes that does happen. So for now, as far as I'm concerned, there are 8 shades for this foundation, and I'm in the shade 23 Cent, like I said. I think if you're looking for a very full coverage foundation, maybe you better save your money on this foundation and purchase a foundation that would be very full coverage for you, because this foundation, it is buildable, and you could use it very sheer, or you could use it up to a medium coverage, and you could build this foundation to a full coverage. But in my opinion, if this foundation is so pricey, I don't think there is any point for you to use so much product in order to build full coverage on your skin, or while you can get something that it's already full coverage and it will probably have the qualities that you would be looking for in the first place. But if you're somebody that doesn't need full coverage and you like a nice, soft, natural finish, then this foundation is amazing, and I think you would love it. It has a great smell to it, because it smells a little bit sweet and a little bit flowery, but it's not too strong at all. It's very mild. You would definitely be able to use this foundation even if you're sensitive skin. I would say first do a patch test, ask for a sample if you're buying it over the counter. But overall, yeah, super impressed with the foundation, and yes, I do think it's worth it. I did not own any La Mer foundation, so for me it was a point to give it a try on this foundation just to see if I would like the foundation, and I'm kind of glad I actually tried this foundation because I really do like it. So stay tuned, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future uploads, and my next video, which I will be featuring the foundation, so you guys will see me apply the foundation, and also I will give you a little bit more of a feedback on other types of tests that I'll be doing with this foundation. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye guys!